Have you ever read a story that you liked, or maybe a movie that you fell in love with? You know, one of those stories that instantly became your favorite right after you watched it. To me, that movie was Star Wars when I was a kid, okay? I was a little kid, right? And I wanted to be the hero right then and there. I wanted to be Luke Skywalker and use my lightsaber. So anything that would resemble a lightsaber, I would grab around the house. And then I would battle with my siblings or my cousins or the fridge or the dog's neighbor. Anyways, my name is Jorge Baeza, and I'm an advisor and lecturer at the College of Business here at UTEP. And today I'm going to talk about something that makes a good story great. That's a great component that we call archetypes, and how those archetypes relate to you and me. An archetype is a character that says something, different things about our human nature. Each of these archetypes, as a matter of fact, have different personalities, but again, they all speak about us. And that is the reason why in a good movie you end up rooting for the hero, or you end up hating the villain, because they're so well portrayed. And again, they're still representing something from us. These characters and their adventures are nothing but a representation of our journeys here in life. We are the heroes of our own journey, the hero being the main archetype in the story. You see, there's about 12 different archetypes in typical stories, but today I'm only going to focus on 3. And those are the hero, the shadow, and the Wiseman. So the hero, like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, or maybe Harry Potter, Jon Snow, these are characters that go through an entire journey where they get tested, just like we do in life. They are presented with different challenges, and at the end of it, they succeed, and we love them for that. These things that happen to them are there for a reason, to make the plot interesting. I used to tell my students when they're facing, some sort of problem, that if you were to try to read a good book and there was no conflict in that book, the story would be flat. It would be forgettable. There's a Mexican writer, very well known in Mexico. His name is Roberto Gomez Bolaños, and he created a character that I used to love when I was a kid. His name was El Chapulín Colorado, or the Red Grasshopper. And he used to say, as a writer, because he was also a good comedy writer, that when he came up with that character, he wanted to make a true hero. Now, if you looked at this Chapulín, he was scrawny, he was ugly, kind of old, fearful, right? So he was evidently at a loss in comparison to superheroes like Captain America or Thor or Superman, of course, right? And he would still, though, swallow his fear and face the giant. And that, my friends, is what I call a true hero. Now let's talk about the shadow. The shadow, or the villain, kind of like the Joker or Darth Vader, right? They're always going to be there to make the hero's life complicated. Okay, I'm not going to say miserable, but complicated. They're going to present all kinds of conflicts. And what these people don't know, the villains, is that they're actually helping the hero to become stronger. See, because they're testing his abilities, his knowledge, his ways of solving crime or a problem, some sort of situation, right? Without knowing, they are the key component that makes the character grow. So my question to you is, who is your Voldemort? Or what is your Joker, right? Because we face different circumstances in life. And as I said, just like the villain, just like the shadow, they're there to help you grow. And finally, let's talk about the Wiseman. The Wiseman, or the mentor, just like a Yoda or a Gandalf from Lord of the Rings, they're going to be there to, like the name says, mentor the hero. They're going to guide them through their journey. But also, they're going to point out the hero's, not only their strengths, but also their weaknesses. What could be considered to be a Wiseman or a mentor in real life, especially here in college? Well, you've got your professors, you've got your counselors, as well as your advisors. And we're here to provide that service for you. We're here to help you out, help you discover yourself along the path. And we usually think that this world is running out of mentors, but it's really not like that. They're out there. You just need to be really picky about finding one and persistent. But let me tell you, in your journey, in your life, you are going to need different types of mentors, not only at school, right, but also you can find them within friends and family, co-workers. It's always good for any hero to have their own mentor. Well, these archetypes, as well as the other ones that I didn't have enough time to mention, these are going to play a major role in a good story. So my question to you would be, what is your story going to be like? Remember, if you are the hero of that journey, what are the problems that you're facing? And how are you going to solve them? Are you looking for help? Or are you trying to be a hero without a mentor?